Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Glad you could attend. Step inside, my movie maniacs. I got another action indie film for you in the form of Guns of Eden, directed by Gregory Lamberson, which gives us the story of Megan, who's a big city cop who, along with her partner, end up in a situation off duty that has a major psychological impact on her. It's a situation that went really bad, making her question whether or not she wants to be on the force anymore. Well, her partner wants her to try to get out of the city and away from everything, so he, along with two of his friends, take her out camping. Well, while out camping, they end up witnessing a murder that they weren't supposed to witness, and soon they are finding themselves hunted by a massive group of militia in the woods. And we see how they try to get out of the woods with their necks intact and figure out exactly what is going on in this small little county that has so many guns. Guns of Eden is a retro throwback action film in many ways. You can tell by the title alone, the title credits that they give you here, that it's really trying to harken back to some of those 90s action films. And I think they accomplished that very well with a message of modern day in here. It definitely wears its commentary on its sleeve. And I do appreciate that quite a bit, because I think it'll be a bold move and some people may, take offense to it. But I think, it helps to stoke the fires once in a while. Now, Megan is played by Alexandra Faye Sadigayan, and I thought she was fantastic in here. Alexandra really gets to shine as the main action heroine in here. She gets to do a lot of gunplay and fights. She has some really wonderful scenes in here, quite a bit, to where she gets to be a badass. There are a couple of decisions where you're like suspension of disbelief. You're like, yeah, but since it's a kind of a throwback action film, you always had that with those back then, and you get that here, but it doesn't mean that it is any less fun. Now, the group of militia that they have and folks hunting her and her partners and her partner's friends, wow, this group definitely, I love how each one of these groups have kind of their own identity, and not quite superhero villain level, but close in a couple of ways. So I enjoyed the bad guys quite a bit, and even more so when they got dispatched. Bill Kennedy plays Sheriff Preacher. Didn't know what to expect from his character, and then once you are introduced to him, you know exactly what to expect. He is having fun as the Sheriff Preacher character, and it was really great to see just him playing it. He doesn't get too emotional in here, yet he still brings a coldness to this character that you need. Now, Peter Johnson, who plays Jeremy, was fantastic in here as well. I enjoyed his performance. And Lynn Lowry as Frances. Wow. Lynn is she just brings it. I literally got chills from her performance. Not that she was a bad person, but she is a person that is a badass character in here. You feel it through Lynn's performance, the way she just presents her character and the way she delivers her lines and everything. This is a person you don't want to mess with, and it's probably a good thing that her character lives out in the middle of the woods, because if she lived in town, she'd be beating the crap out of so many people who would have deserved it. But still, I loved the scenes with Lynn and Megan especially. They played off each other well, and it was like really, it's like you're watching this crazy action film, and then you get this section of scenes in here with Lynn, and you're just like, wow, this is a whole different movie at this point. The action sequences I thought were directed really well, as I said, as long as you kind of can look past some of the suspension of disbelief. There's a few choices in this script where I did enjoy the twist and the reveals, and there's other choices in here, especially with the dialogue, which I wish would have had been handled differently, because some of the dialogue in here is really kind of cheesy and cliche. But overall, overall, Guns of Eden is giving you exactly what it promises. A lot of guns in the town of Eden and a lot of interesting action sequences that if you like independent action films, I think you'll be entertained. I was also entertained by the fact, and it may have just been coincidence, there's a scene in here, it's a movie about guns, okay? Lots of guns and shooting and such. And this car pulls over so one of the characters can have a phone conversation, and the poster on the storefront next to where they park says quick draw. And I just love that. I know that's not what it was necessarily in reference to, and if they may have just been a coincidence, but still, I just thought that was a nice little nuanced touch that was there in this film, dealing with gun violence and someone being hunted by crazy militia. So, yeah, if you see Guns of Eden, let me know what you thought of this film. I think it is worth a watch out on VOD this week. You'll definitely want to, put it on your list if you're looking for something a little different in your indie action movie. So thank you so much for watching. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. Like bells and whistles here onto YouTube. I thank each and every one of you for your support. It means a lot to me that you watch this. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.